right, today we're going to look at using the quadratic formula to help us in solving quadratic equations. So when we are solving this quadratic equation, we're looking for values that would give us our x-intercepts, which is also sometimes called roots or zeros or solutions. And basically what it is, it's the values for x when y is 0. So this formula here that you see on the left, this big old thing here, it looks super ugly and complicated, but I'm telling you it's very straightforward, and it'd be a great thing for you to become very familiar with when working with these quadratic functions. So on the right here you see my equation. I have to identify 3 variables, my a, my b, and my c. And since this equation is written in standard form, it's super easy. The coefficient to your x squared is your a, and in this case, in front of our x squared is a 1. The coefficient to your x is your b value. In this case, it's -4. And then c is your constant, and in this equation, it's -12. So these are the values that I'm going to substitute into my equation, and it's very straightforward. It's going to tell me what my values of x are when y is 0, which again, we can call x-intercepts, roots, zeros, or solutions. So I'm going to say x will equal -b, so -4, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so -4 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is -12. All of that divided by 2 times a, which is 1. Now this looks a little overwhelming, but let's simplify it here. So -4 is going to make that +4, plus or minus the square root of 16. And if I take -4 times 1 times -12, it's going to give me a +48. All of that divided by 2. We'll simplify it a little bit more. 4 plus or minus the square root. Well, 16 plus 48 is going to give me 64 divided by 2. And the square root of 64 is 8, so I'm going to have x is going to be 4 plus or minus 8 divided by 2. Now this is where I can branch this problem into 2 different answers, because I'm going to have 4 plus 8 divided by 2, so I'm going to have 4 plus 8 divided by 2, and then I'm going to have 4 minus 8 divided by 2. Well, 4 plus 8 is 12, divided by 2 is 6, and 4 minus 8 is -4, divided by 2 is -2. So my 2 x-intercepts, and I'm going to write them as ordered pairs here. So we're going to have 6, 0, and -2, 0. Sometimes, again, as I said, they can be called roots. They can be called zeros. They can be called solutions. If you write them as zeros or solutions or roots, you could just say it's 6 and -2. But I wrote them as ordered pairs because I'm going to look at them as x-intercepts. So now I'm going to talk about vertex. We've been working a lot with graphing, and if we're going to find the vertex, we can use a part of this formula to help us. If I want to find the x value of the vertex, I'm going to take -b divided by 2a. So in this problem, that's -4 divided by 2 times 1, which is 4 divided by 2, which is 2. So in my vertex, I know I'm going to have the ordered pair 2 something. Now to figure out what that something is, I'm going to go back to my original equation, y equals, and anywhere I see x, I'm going to substitute in 2. So 2 squared minus 4 times 2 minus 12. So let's see, 4 minus 8 minus 12, and that would give me, let's see, that's -20, so -16. So my vertex would be -16. So I used the quadratic formula. It helped me find my x-intercepts, which again we can call roots or zeros or solutions as well. I used the -b over 2a formula to help me find the x value of my vertex, substituted it back into my original equation to find the y value so that I could get that point as well.